Welcome to Edge of Illumination. It is Renee. How to protect yourself from dark magic or black magic during the full moon. I wanted to make this actually on the day of the full moon because some people may be having questions. There are a lot of us that have been having issues with people from our past who we know are into the occult and practice dark magic and things like that, trying to do weird stuff on the full moons. So here are a few protection techniques that may help you so you can feel better and not have to worry about dealing with their nonsense. So number one, on this full moon, we're all going to do this. This is super, super helpful. Eat as healthy as you possibly can. So today I'm going to be eating peaches and cucumbers and apples and salad, like whatever fruit and vegetables I can think of, that's what I'm going to eat today. I'm also going to be eating foods that are high in protein and have a lot of rich vitamins and nutrients, because a huge part of protecting yourself from dark magic is to make sure that your body is functioning at its very best possible. Also, make sure to drink lots and lots of water because that's going to help us out a lot as well. There are actually even old magic books where they talk about if the person is very healthy, if they're eating really healthy, it helps give them an immunity to things that a dark magician or a dark magic practitioner may try to throw at them. So that is number one. Number two, if you haven't already, and I think you can get it for really affordable, get a vitamin panel to see if you're deficient in any vitamins. So I know for myself, I have anemia and I have a copper deficiency. Hence why I wear copper. I noticed that as soon as I corrected my copper deficiency, in my case it was through supplements and taking iron that was prescribed to me and things like that, my anemia got a lot better. Get a vitamin panel if you can. I think they're very affordable and you can even order them online, and make sure you're not deficient in any essential vitamins and nutrients because it's going to help you a lot to make sure that your body is fully balanced out with your magnesium, your vitamin D, your iron, all the stuff that you need. That is going to give you a natural immunity to a lot of psychic or spiritual manipulations. For those of us that are very sensitive to energy, especially for people that are clairvoyant or clairsentient, clairsalient, anything like that, you are probably very sensitive to energy. And so it's important to make sure that your body is functioning at its very best possible. It doesn't even have to necessarily deal with psychic stuff. It could also deal with simply being very creative. If you're very sensitive to energy in your environment, making sure that you feel as great as possible is going to be really helpful. All right, number three, clean. This is a big one. It makes you less susceptible to manipulations when your house is super clean, or at least as clean as you can get it, because everything is energy, right? When you have old energy, like, trash or this or that, it can maybe not bring the energy that you want. And just simply by opening your windows and letting in fresh air, that's going to help you out a lot. Also, if you can, get some great aromatherapy like candles or incense or things that will change the scents within your house. That also will help you tremendously. So all of that, the first four things I just named, eating healthy, making sure your vitamins are good, cleaning, aromatherapy, candles, incense, something like that, is going to help tremendously. Number five, don't allow yourself to fall into nostalgia on these full moons. When you start thinking about, when I went on that date, when I was with those people, like people that maybe weren't good for you. If you find all of a sudden that you're thinking about them like crazy out of nowhere, you're having reoccurring thoughts about certain people or something like that, or scenarios, it may be signs that there's some manipulation going on. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just don't allow yourself to get nostalgic, especially during full moon cycles. Don't allow yourself to reminisce too much on the past and family and friends and these people and those relationships. During these cycles, take your mind off of that altogether if you can, and you can return back to that later. Number six, Do not allow intrusive thoughts. So I know that's easier said than done for certain people, but if someone is practicing dark magic on you, you may experience intrusive thoughts. And one of the things that you do there is simply putting it outside of your head and not allowing yourself to think about that. Whatever the scenario is, whatever the repetitive negative thought is, don't allow yourself to put your mind on it. And I know sometimes it's easier said than done, but if you do the first few steps, you're eating healthy, things are clean, you're feeling good, it's going to be way easier. This is what people that practice dark occult and stuff like that try to do. They try to send energies to you. If you're very sensitive to energy, you may pick up on the fact that they're trying to do weird stuff. If you have a high perception, if you're very sensitive to stuff, you may pick up on it and it's going to feel not too great. So don't allow yourself to have intrusive thoughts. Another big one is if you find that you're starting to think, well, maybe I'll go back to that person. Maybe I will call that person. Maybe I will hang out with those people again. Or, we did have a good time. Like if you find that you're like negotiating with yourself, that might be a sign that there's some manipulation going on beneath the surface. And so it's a good idea that if you have made a firm choice to go no contact or to walk away from certain people that you know are not good for you, that you don't allow yourself to get into like negotiation and back and forth, that you stay firm on logic and being practical, because we don't want to let it manipulate people or people that we know are into dark stuff. If you're feeling intrusive thoughts that you sense or you have a strong feeling maybe coming from people that you know are into the occult or something like that, put those thoughts out of your head, relax, and just tell yourself like, I'll return to that later. So that's really helpful. Last but not least, I know a lot of people like sage and they say sage works really well for them. For myself, I don't know. I'm kind of like up in the air about sage, white sage. I've heard that you have to pick it out at certain places and you have to be careful of where you get it from. Make sure that it's sourced properly and things like that, because it can have bad energy that gets mixed in with that. I'm not sure, but I find that sage doesn't really have that effect. Certain incense definitely do. Certain incense definitely make everything feel better and different. I would say find what works best for you. It might be white sage. It might be Palo Santo. It might be just Febreze. I love Febreze. It smells amazing. It might be candles that have aroma. I think whatever scents make you feel good, that's the ones that you should use to change the feeling and the vibe. Definitely protect yourself from any negativity and write in your journal, meditate, do the best you can to focus on positive things. I know it can be hard sometimes. I hope you have an amazing rest of the day. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe, and also set the notification bell to all. Check out my other videos. Also, you can join the members only, where I'm going to be doing longer, more detailed videos where we go into some more of the stuff, and also members only live streams. So I hope you have an awesome day, and until next time, bye bye.